This video was originally uploaded on my main channel, but I'm having quite a few issues with that channel at the moment, so I decided to post it on this one as it will most likely be my main channel moving forward. Someone told me that you want your room to look like a cottagecore, fairycore, Renaissance inspired boudoir. I think you manifested me, so hi. If you want proof that I truly started with absolutely no clue what I was doing, look no further than these videos from last year. You can see I was so confused. I didn't know how to design the space, and I didn't have the tips that I'm about to share with you guys in this video back then. Otherwise, it probably would have been a lot quicker for me. This is my room now as of April 2025. Just realized that you can see the reflection of this in the mirror, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix that for you guys. I don't want it to distract you. If you do like this video, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, and yeah, let's just get straight into this video, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so I haven't watched any of these videos online, but my guess is most people will talk about Pinterest being one of the biggest sources of inspiration, and I absolutely do not doubt that at all. I've got a Pinterest board. It's called Angel Energy. You are more than welcome to follow along. I post every single day. What I did when I started this board, and I highly encourage you to do this as well, I did not create this board with the intention to have a specific aesthetic. So what I would do is anything that I saw come up on my home feed on Pinterest that I found beautiful, I saved it. I started this Pinterest board a couple years ago now when my style was very, very different. I was trying to copy what I saw online, and I was trying to curate an aesthetic based on images that I was looking at online or creators that I loved. And what would happen is, because it wasn't coming from my heart, sounds really cheesy, but because it wasn't coming from my heart, it didn't feel right. I decided to completely restart my whole aesthetic and instead figure out from scratch what I actually love, who I actually am, and what I truly find beautiful piece by piece. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here and say that if you're finding yourself getting bored with your aesthetic or your style, it's probably not truly you, because I don't think you'd get bored of your style if it truly is an extension of you as it's meant to be. So I started this mood board, and I noticed that all of the images I was saving to this mood board were so different to what my life was currently looking like, what my space was looking like. Even the clothing I would wear, like I was really into fast fashion back then. And then when I started saving these posts, I would look at this mood board and realize that what I was actually finding beautiful enough to save to look at later were very feminine, vintage, Renaissance inspired pieces. And now, a couple years later, I can say I am literally living my Pinterest board. It takes time. I highly recommend you starting a brand new Pinterest board, maybe even a brand new account. Stop trying to save things to curate an aesthetic. Start saving anything that you find beautiful. Over time, you'll scroll through and you'll start to see your style is probably a lot different, more eclectic, or maybe even more minimal than what you first initially thought. To sum that all up, stop trying to copy what you see. This leads me on to the next tip, which is thrifting. If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you do like my style or my aesthetic, or you are more interested in the sort of like feminine, maybe like maximalist style of interior design. Every individual piece that you have is unique in some way. Go to a thrift store, and similar to what I told you about Pinterest, now you're in your real life situation, right? You're taking the things that you've learned from creating this Pinterest board. You are in a store, and now you have to let yourself be drawn to things. Hopefully your thrift stores around you are really cheap. I know I can go to ones where it's like $1 for a mug. Hopefully you're in a position where you can just pick up the things that you feel naturally drawn to. In doing that, you'll slowly start to curate, whether it's all in one day or whether it's over the course of a year like me, you'll slowly start to curate the things that are going to form the foundation of your room. So for example, this little table behind me, I got this from a collector's market in Sydney. I got it for $10. $10. It's a beautiful pale blue vintage half painted side table. I saw it and immediately I was so drawn to it. I couldn't believe it was $10, and now it has formed an imperative part of my room. It is a key point of my room. It's also helped set a color theme up for my room as well, and it gives me inspiration. A lot of the things in your room should give you inspiration, whether you're a visual person or not a visual person. Having visual inspiration is so important for us humans. We are actually all very creative. Even if you don't feel like you are creative, it's there deep down. Surrounding yourself with things that inspire you in some way or bring you some sort of like piece. This sideboard behind me was actually a gift from a very dear friend of mine who owned it, didn't want it anymore, and knew that it was something that I would probably be obsessed with. So this was free. So already we've got $10, that little table there. Sideboard, completely free. The mirror came with the sideboard, completely free. She didn't want any payment for it. She literally just wanted it gone out of her house because she was moving. And so that has become a staple part of my room. And once again, it's given me inspiration for the design for the rest of my room. If you have it in you, if you see something that has a very unique shape, this is going to lead me on to the next point, by the way. Even if you see something on the side of the road, guys, you have no idea how many things in my room were just left out on the street that someone was hoping someone would pick up and take. Get into upcycling. It is so much fun. You can literally just get a can of paint and just paint it, distress it, choose colors that you know are going to match well with your room. This has like very muted colors, so I've got lots of beige, pink, blue, green, and I know that I'm lucky and that this isn't always like something that people can just come across, but you can find something like this and then recreate it in your own way. This leads me on to the next thing. When you are trying to do things on a budget, accept the fact that you can find the most amazing thing on Facebook Marketplace or on the side of the street. It's like treasure hunting. I'm gonna show you guys now. I'm gonna move out of the way. This beautiful antique side table, perfect condition, so like shabby chic, I would say, side of the road. I've just styled it with this like sequined like scarf. I've just kind of like thrown it over because I'm a big fan of textures and clashing textures, which I'll talk about later on in this video. Free. $10. Gorgeous vintage vanity that I have next to my bed. This was my childhood dresser. I've had this since I was like a baby. My mum just completely upcycled it for me. She painted it the most incredible pink. She bronzed up the details on each of the doors, and she painted the top part a really beautiful sage green. Pink and green just go so beautifully together, matches all of the other colors that I have in my room. You just have to be committed and also be patient. If you see potential in something and your only inhibition is, oh, but like it was off the side of the street, you're denying yourself the chance to have something so unique and so beautiful in your possession. Side note, one of my favorite things that has made probably the most difference in my room, clashing textures. If you're like me and you like my specific style, I really highly recommend finding pieces that are made of wood and then having them displayed close to pieces that are like antique metal, gold specifically, or if you want to do silver, you can do silver. It gives a very Renaissance style. I feel like it instantly romanticizes the space. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it makes this space more romantic. Another little interior design note that I wanted to put in here that is amazing and so easy: mixing glass with lace. You'll probably notice that I actually have a lot of things in my room like glass candlesticks that I've tied ribbons around or I put lace around. Again, something so romantic and such an easy way to just elevate the space, make it a little bit more feminine. Like this candlestick I found at the thrift store for like $1. I just tied some lace that I had around, and then these are fake flowers, and it's just so gorgeous and it just instantly elevates the space. Moving on to fake flowers. Highly recommend going on Amazon, investing a little bit into getting some fake flowers, because as much as I love real flowers, they can dirty up a space quite easily if they're left too long. They're also really high maintenance and also not budget friendly. Make the room look fresh, and also the colors match with everything else in my room. Some of my favorite fake flowers are tulips, orchids, and hydrangeas. Poppies as well. If you're someone who wants a little bit of color in your room, I would recommend getting some fake poppies just because they're so pretty and colorful. Go to a thrift store and find as many little glass bottles, candle holders that you can. Fill them up with fake flowers and put them around your room, and you will notice the difference. It just is such an easy way to get that feminine, like cottagecore kind of look. Moving on to my next big tip, like not just a little note, but an actual big tip. But we can fall into the trap of thinking that a bedroom has to look like a bedroom. Everything changed for me when I scrapped that thought out of my head and started designing my room as if it was like a mini house. Display your clothes, guys. If you're someone who loves fashion, obviously, or you have some really beautiful pieces that you'd like to show off, get a clothing rack. This one was $12 from Kmart. I put it over the top of my little table here. I displayed all the pieces that I have that go well together in terms of color and texture. So lace, silk, satin. These are all pieces that I'm selling, by the way. You don't have to domesticate things as much as you think you do. Like, you can be extravagant with the way that you display your things. Think outside the box. Imagine that your bedroom is not just a bedroom, but it's a display of all the things that make you you, all the things that you love. And it might take a bit of time to collect those things. It's taken me a whole year to get my room to look like this. It's so possible if you're committed. Another really big tip, mirrors. If you can, get as many mirrors as you can. It amplifies the space. Having mirrors in my room at different angles, placed in different parts of the room, makes the space look so much bigger. Also just adds a little bit more texture and a little bit more interest visually to the room as well. Another little tip I should have mentioned back when I was talking about Facebook Marketplace. Go to your dollar store, guys. Yes, a lot of it is probably just from like Temu or something, but at the end of the day, you're supporting a small business probably, or like a family business maybe. I have a family owned dollar store near me and I found this Aphrodite head here, $20. I just put some fake flowers in it and it just completely lightens up my space. Or even bows, like I have these bows that I've strung above my bed. I got them from the dollar store. I also used them for our market stall to string up the other weekend when I went to the Glebe markets with my friend and we had our fashion stall. Yeah, there's like so many things that you can utilize at the dollar store. Finally, the very last thing, if it's your style, the biggest thing in my room that makes me feel like a princess is this mosquito net. It is just so beautiful. It is the only thing in my room that isn't secondhand. I purchased it when I was really broke off Temu. I'm not one to actively promote websites like that because I am a big believer in sustainable living, but I let myself do it and I got myself this mosquito net. I think it was like $40. It has actually made a huge impact on my space. Also helped me create a divide in my room as well between this closet space and the rest of my room. Instead of having like a privacy screen or something here, it helped kind of create a little bit of a different dynamic here in my room that makes me feel like it's more than a bedroom and it is more like a mini home. That is it, guys. That's everything for this video. If I think of anything else, I will create a part 2. And if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Just a little reminder, I would love for you to follow me on this channel if you want. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I hope this video was helpful. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next video.